Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Be Better Podcast. I'm Dr. Perkins, your host. Today's episode is called Be Better with Stacking Gratitude. I want to start with a story about me, not for attention purposes, but to kind of set the tone with all of us about gratitude coming from us. I was born on December 9th, 1967, in Hartford, Connecticut. Even in the North, there was still prejudice during those days. Now, why am I bringing it up? Because when I was born, my dad is a black man, and he was 17 at the time of my birth. And my mom is a white woman, and she was 16 at the time of my birth. So back then, black and white to those prejudiced people, to those ignorant people, was a big no no, let alone having a baby together. That was a big deal. So the story goes like this with my birth, according to my dad. A few days after my birth, the nurse enters the hospital room. And in the room was my dad, my mom, and her mom. And the nurse simply asked, which home is cute little Anthony going home to? The nurse looks at my mom, and my mom's mom said, hell no, we're not going to have a black baby in my house. Turns to my dad, he says, heck yeah, we want cute little Anthony. Then the nurse said, well, wait a minute, you're 17, you're not 18, legally an adult. So you can't take home the baby. So the state of Connecticut put me in a foster home, and I stayed there for around 3.5, close to 4 years. When they put me in a foster home, this is where maybe the prejudice comes in because I'm scratching my head on this one. They didn't tell my dad where they were going to send me to. They didn't say if it was in a different state, different town. So my dad, through asking and word of mouth, found me a few towns over. He lived with his parents in Middletown, Connecticut, and I was in Plainville, Connecticut, a few towns over. And again, through his pursuit, his persistence, he found me a few towns over. And when he found me, he visited me, and the foster parents, again, because I was so cute and adorable, didn't want to give me up. So he had to take them to court and adopt his own son out of a foster home. And then life goes on from there. So my point is, again, not about attention. I don't care about that. My point is, and you've heard this saying before, it's not where you start, it's about your journey and where you end. That's true in all of our cases. But my gratitude comes from my dad pursuing me, having that persistence, communicating, trying to find me. I'm forever grateful to him. He has passed now. He died at the age of 66. That was probably 7 years ago. So I'm always and forever grateful for him pursuing me and making sure I had the Perkins last name. And I don't blame my mom or her mom. Again, times were different back in the 60s. I've only, to be honest with you, only met my mom once. I think around 13. I met her for about a month. We went to the movies, the park, we did all that stuff. And then she disappeared again. God bless her. Um, that's another lesson, another video. But when people don't value you, let them go. Don't let it beat you up inside. Don't let it have impact your life where you have an F it life or poor me party the rest of your life. Just move on. There's other people out there in the world who will value you, love for you, and care for you. But I want to get back to the gratitude piece. A lot of things in there that my dad did that I'm so grateful for. And I want to remind you of that. We all are going to go through times where there's some downs, there's some valleys. And I want you to think of those down moments, those setbacks, those valleys as growth periods, because life will never be perfect for all of us. None of us are exempt from bad in life. Now, some of you might be asking, because I hear this all the time, well, why do bad things happen to really good people? Well, the man upstairs gives us free will down here. He can't solve all of our problems and give us a perfect life. He has to put us through tests. So it's free will. Things are bad are going to happen to us. And we need to learn and grow and move forward from those things and not, again, have a pity party or an effort life where we just give up. because of something right out of the gates that impacted us, or maybe something current day is impacting us. We have to learn to rebound and grow and just simply move forward. So please always be grateful. What can we be grateful for today? Did we wake up today? Are we breathing today? Can we speak? Did we put food in our belly? Do we have a roof over our head? There's a lot of things. Do we have a career, a job? Do we have relationships? I mean, I was grateful yesterday, but that my buddy called. Today is January 2nd, 2024. He called me yesterday on New Year's Day and just said, "Hey, I was thinking about you. Just wanted to wish you a happy new year. Hope you have a great year, rah, rah, rah." And we exchanged pleasantries, but he didn't have to call. He could have texted. He could have sent me an email, but he took time to call. I'm grateful for that. And I wanted to make sure in return I said some positive, meaningful words because I really appreciate his friendship. So I encourage you, you are receiving a lot of gratitude. Make sure in return you're giving that back to the world, to other people, and appreciating them, thanking them, maybe sending them a thank you card in the mail or at work, putting a thank you card on their desk or in their mailbox, or just a simple little text or an email saying, "Hey, you're part of my life. I'm privately watching you. You're a role model to me, and thank you for all the good things you do." Extend that gratitude as you receive gratitude. So, what are some of the things you can be grateful for? I started listing some of them. I know a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. Be significant in other people's life. That could be one, uh, what I call a gratitude micro move, where you just simply say, "I'm going to be significant in other people's lives by giving back, by serving," or it could be, "I'm just going to communicate with them, letting them know I really appreciate what they do and the impact they make. I'm learning from them." Another area, world, please stop saying it is what it is. That is a trap statement, as I call it. When you say it is what it is, and you've heard me in my other episodes say this, and I'm going to keep repeating this, you're letting that situation dictate you. It is what it is, so accept it. No, don't accept it. Instead, say it is what I make it. Now you have control over that situation. It is what I make it. And you can make that doom and gloom situation a little bit more better, a little bit more happier. You can. Don't force things, let things flow. When you start to force things, it's like putting a round peg in a square hole. Just let things flow. Your instinct, listen to it. Your mindset, listen to it. If you meet someone and you have that bad gut feeling, that intuition that's telling you, "Stop it. I know he looks great or she looks great," and it's saying, "No, no, no," follow that no, no, no. Be grateful for that instinct because all of us have it. Listen to it. Wake up out there in the world and be more self aware. That's another gratitude piece of, you got a lot of people these days, it's all about them. They want what they want. But why can't everyone win? Everyone's body of work can shine. It doesn't have to be a cutthroat thing on the job. Some of you know what I'm talking about. All of us can get a raise, all of us can get a promotion, all of us can shine on the job or in other areas of our life. So wake up and be more self aware of what you're doing, how you're doing it, and other people, because this world consists of everyone. Have that gratitude of a positive mindset. Remember, you can't think negative and have a positive life. It doesn't work that way. You think positive and you have positive results. And if you trip and fall, get back up and keep thinking positive, keep doing positive. Career wise, what are you doing if you have a great career? Career we know is long term, jobs are temporary. If you have one or the other, be grateful that you're able to contribute to an organization and make money, bring it home, put food on the table, provide for your family. We tend to get jobs or careers. We go through the whole struggle of filling out the application, putting our resumes together, sending that all in. They call us, we go through the interviews, we're so happy, we get on the job, a couple paychecks in, and then all of a sudden now we're dissatisfied. Well, wait a minute. You're the one that sought out the job. You're the one that sought out the career. You didn't have to go down that road. So be grateful that someone gave you an opportunity and take advantage of that opportunity. Now, if you get on the job or the career and something's really bad, leave it. Go through the pain of leaving it, transitioning to another area, another job or another career. But be grateful that you have a position where you can contribute, make pay, come home, and use it in the household. Be grateful of your friends. Have that gratitude for your friends. Uh, just recently, it was the holiday season, and I got 7 texts from people saying "Merry Christmas, Happy New Year." Now, imagine if I got zero. I would have felt a little bummed out. I wasn't relying on people choosing my happiness or creating my happiness, but it was nice that they reached out. So I was grateful to them and I said some things back. I send out texts to people. So be grateful for those friendships, those relationships, that fellowship, because you learn a lot from other people. I'm grateful for my daughter. She's 23. Her name is Talia. She followed my advice along with her mom's advice about getting your education right out of high school, which she did. She got her 4-year degree. She got slid right into a nice financial position where she's making good money. And I'm encouraging her, take a few more years off, but then go back to school, even if it's online, and get your master's, because the more certificates you have, the more classes you take, the more opportunities open up for you. I'm grateful that she's healthy, happy, she's doing well, and she listened to us, and we were able to provide the resources when she was young that she could move forward in life. There's a concept out there in the world, and it's a real concept called conscious parenting. And what that is, and listen, and I'm going to beat you up a little bit, my younger parents, and I do it with love and care, not to be mean to you. Conscious parenting is as the kids grow up, you are giving them wisdom, knowledge, experiences, and just that encouragement. So when they reach that age of 18 plus, then they can go out in the world and fend for themselves and be positive and productive citizens. And I'm not seeing that with today's younger parents. And how am I not seeing it? I still work in a school system and I have been for 30 years. So I work with a lot of parents and a lot of students. And I'm seeing as the generations go on, the parents tend to be more helicopter parents and they're not giving them the resources and the experience and that knowledge to move forward in life. Instead, they're hovering over them and providing excuses for them. So I'm asking parents to be self-aware and consider that conscious parenting piece where you're providing everything for your kid and then you're going to do this, push them out in the world so they're equipped, prepared, and they can be positive, productive citizens. Again, I come at you with that with love, young parents. I want you to just be better as parents. Now, I want to leave you in closing here. Hopefully, you've gotten some ideas of how you can be grateful. I'm sure I just gave you a few things on my list. I'm sure you have maybe considered that list or the items on the list, and you have other things you want to be grateful for. I mean, all of us, I would rather be rich with my health, my faith, my communication, my relationships, and things of that nature than have all the money in the world in the bank. I just don't believe in that. I think people who go down that avenue, and God bless them, have a lot of issues. I mean, we've all seen the rock stars and the actors who make all these millions, and then you see them overdosing, getting into a lot of trouble. And that's not everyone. That's not every actor or rich person, but it's a lot of them. Again, I'd rather be rich and grateful for my happiness being at a high level, my friendships being at a higher level, and so forth. So think of things that a list, or maybe just one thing for the year that you want to focus on being grateful in. Here's an exercise I want to leave you with in closing. Take a piece of paper. It's just simple exercise. When I work as a mindset coach with individuals, and even with organizational teams, I do this exercise. So I have them get a piece of paper and just put in 3 columns, just with lines, 3 columns. Boom. Column 1, what are you grateful for right now? List those things. Column 2, what things are you struggling with? List those things. And then the final column, column 3, what are the silver linings of column 2, those things that you're struggling in? How can they be fixed? What are the silver linings? So now you have a column of, I'm grateful for this. These are the things I'm struggling in. And these are my solutions or silver linings to help with those issues in column 2. And if you stop and look at your paper, you now have 2/3 of your paper with positivity. Not, you have that one column of negativity, but 2/3 of your paper is filled with positivity, with solutions, things you can work on. And then you just simply just do. You get to work on fixing those things that you're struggling in, what you listed in column 3. It's a simple little exercise. It also allows you to step back and say, I got a lot more positive things going on than negative things, and I have solutions. I'm smart enough, intelligent enough to have solutions for those things that I'm struggling with. And I think sometimes we forget that because we're overthinking it's a bad thing or bad things happening to us, and we think this is our world. But then we have to stop and go, I got a lot more blessings than burdens going on here right now. And I should be grateful for that. And I can fix my problems. I can fix my problems. No problem, folks, are out of reach. You can fix the problems. Remember, fear, FEAR, means false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. And we get caught up in that middle column of, these are my problems, oh my God, oh my God. But we don't look on the outside, oh, these are what's working, these are my problems, and these are my solutions. I got more positive things going on, and I'm intelligent enough to fix my problem. So think about that exercise as something you can just write down on a piece of paper. It's simple but effective. And then just get to work in fixing those problems. Also, I do have one more piece to add to the closure. Make a power promise to yourself this year, or you can make it for the month, for the week, for the day. A power promise is simply this: you're making a promise to yourself that you're going to meet. It's a commitment to a promise called the power promise. And you say, I'm going to make a commitment to be more grateful in X area. Giving back, if I receive, helping others, so forth and so on. I'm going to make a commitment to my gratitude this year could be communicating better. Not my gratitude could be not being jealous of others, but letting others know, hey, I'm looking up to you. I love what you're doing. I'm not jealous of you, but keep shining. I want to shine with you. So I'm right behind you. I'm listening, learning, taking notes, observing. Hopefully I can shadow you one day, and so forth and so on. So make a power promise. That means you're going to commit to that promise and put a date on it and make it happen, captains. Now, this is a lot. So I ask that you play this back. Grab that one thing you're going to be grateful for, turn it into a power promise, meaning it's a promise with a commitment, and go out there and continue to shine. Push yourselves to be better. Thank you for listening. I'll see you on the flip side.